Derek War Chisora. Derek Chisora used to be one time the bad boy of British boxing. At that time, he was known as Del Boy. Derek Chisora is an icon, one of the elite British heavyweight boxer. Derek has fought the best of the best in heavyweight division. Derek Chisora is now 37 years old, has fought 44 bouts so far in his career, with 32 victories and 12 losses. 23 of that 32 victories are by way of KO TKO. Derek is ranked the 4th best heavyweight in the UK, and he is number 7 best in the world, according to BoxRec. Derek has done well for himself. He has fought top opponents, and just over the weekend he fought Joseph Parker for the second time after a very close first fight in May this year. Was kind of a bit of a controversy, with some people saying Derek Chisora won the fight. Also, even against Usyk, people felt Derek Chisora was the aggressor. He has always been the aggressor. People felt like Derek Chisora did enough to win the fight. But in the rematch, it was a time to clear the doubt, and Joseph Parker came in a bit heavier than the previous fight. He started the fight as the aggressor, and he knocked Derek Chisora 3 times within the course of 12 rounds. The first knockdown came in the 4th round. The second knockdown came in the 7th round, with Joseph Parker landing some nice uppercuts, and Derek Chisora almost went out. The fight almost got stopped. But credit to Derek Chisora, the warrior that he is, he bounced back and kept on fighting. The 3rd knockdown came in the 8th round. Derek Chisora also survived and punished Joseph Parker towards the end of the round to keep the fight going. In the 9th round, Derek Chisora almost get knocked out again. The ref was about stopping the fight. Chisora bounced back and caught Parker with a nice right hand, which wobbled Parker. And the fans in Manchester AO Arena, incredible fans, were chanting Chisora. Chisora started moving forward, throwing some nice punches, and also almost got Parker knocked out in the 9th round. Chisora, credit to him, he survived rounds after being knocked down, and he fought till the end of the fight, till the 12th round, and he lost by unanimous decision. Although the scorecard was kind of a controversial scorecard, a very close scorecard on all the 3 judges card. Chisora lost again. So the big question everyone is asking, at the age of 37, is it the time for Derek Chisora to call it a quit? Is it time for the big man to hang his glove? Derek has brought a lot of entertaining fights for us here in the UK and for fans all over the world. He has been the bad guy. He has come out to some very interesting press conference. The fight against Dillian Whyte, the fight against Vitaly Klitschko, slapping Vitaly Klitschko in the process during the face-off, the fight with Tyson Fury. So Derek Chisora has done a lot for himself. So is this the time to end his career? Is this the time to retire finally from boxing? After the fight, there were a lot of speculation by pundits, media people, talking about if this is the right time for Derek Chisora to retire. The big man himself took to Twitter and responded with a tweet saying, F retirement, I'll be back in the summer, B. So before I give my opinion about if Chisora should retire or not, please show some support by subscribing to our channel. Click on the subscribe button. We'll have some interesting content for you guys. The African Fighters list, fight preview and review, post-fight analysis, and reaction videos. Thank you guys. Let's jump back to the video. Let me walk you through the awesome career so far of Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora has fought the best of heavyweight division. He has fought top fighters with top victories, like victory over Mali Scott, the current Deontay Wilder trainer. He has also defeated David Price. He has also defeated Orton Spilker. He has also defeated Carlos Takam. He has also defeated Calvin Johnson. He has also defeated Danny Williams. That was in 2010 when he won the British title. He also defeated Sam Sexton to win the Commonwealth title. But one problem about Derek Chisora is that when it comes to the bigger stage, the stage to push his career to a major title fight, he crumbles. He fought Tyson Fury in 2010, and that is when he lost his British and Commonwealth title. Derek Chisora won the WBA international title and the WBO international title when he fought Kevin Johnson. Another big achievement for Derek Chisora. At that time, Chisora was scheduled to fight Vladimir Klitschko for the WBO, IBO, IBF, Linear and Ring Magazine title in 2010, December 2010. Vladimir Klitschko pulled out due to some abdominal issue. I think he had some muscle tear to his stomach, and he pulled out from the fight. And I believe till date that fight will have been Derek Chisora's biggest fight in his career. That fight never happened, and Derek Chisora fought Vitaly Klitschko next, another major fight for the WBC title, and he lost that fight via decision. Derek Chisora has fought top name and lost in the process. He lost twice to Tyson Fury. He has lost twice to Dillian Whyte. You know the story. He has also now lost twice to Joseph Parker. Lost once to Vitaly Klitschko. Also lost to David Haye for the WBO Intercontinental title. He also lost to Ajit Kabaye. He also lost to Kubrat Pulev. Also lost to Usyk, and also has lost to Robert Helenius. So Derek Chisora has been with the who and who of heavyweight boxing, and that is why you can see him being ranked number 7 in the world. And anytime Derek Chisora loses, you never can tell what happened in the next fight. He loses and his stock keep going higher, because he's always never in a boring fight. He always come for war. He always come to entertain the audience. This fight against Parker was themed by DAZN as a Christmas present, which it was, because both fighters delivered and gave the fans value for their money. So Chisora is always a guy that gives the fans what they want to see, that comes into fight, that gives the fans pure entertainment. But the question now is it time to leave? Like I said earlier, is it time to leave? Is it time to call it an end? 37 years old. Most fighters are retired at this age. Some fighters, very few, are 40, 45. But at what risk? It's better to live on top. It's better to live. It's better to live in good health. It's better to live and be able to spend good time with your family, because boxing takes a lot from these fighters, and we don't want them to be in a situation where they absorb a lot of damage and it ends up destroying their lives. So is it time for Derek Chisora to quit boxing? Derek Chisora himself said no, he's not quitting. He's coming back next summer. So what do I think about this? So I have two options, two answers. I'm going to say Derek Chisora has some couple of more fights to go. I don't think it's time for Derek Chisora to quit yet, but I think he has 1 or 2 more years. I advise him to quit at 39 if it's up to me, or 38. Take 1 more year and live on top. Live when the upload is high. Live when everyone is respecting you. Live when everyone is chanting your name. Live when you can. We don't want him to absorb so much damage and then be forced to leave boxing. So what will happen to Derek Chisora now? So I feel there are top fights for him to take. There are fights where he can take. I think he has 2, 3, 4 fights before retiring. 2, 3 or 4 fights before retiring. There are fights out there that he can go for. Fights like the fight with Luis Ortiz, the 50+ year old man. That would be a good fight. That would be a fight for the veterans. We'll also have a fight with Robert Helenius, which is going to be like a rematch, a chance for David Chisora to redeem himself. He lost to Helenius via split decision in the past. There's also a fight with Kubrat Pulev available out there, which is also a rematch. He lost to Kubrat Pulev via split decision. So Derek Chisora has never been favored by the judges. He always felt judges have never been on his side because most of his fights are losses by split decision. He also lost to Ajit Kabayal via majority decision. So that's another fight out there for a rematch. So I advise him to go for these 3 fights: Robert Helenius, Kubrat Pulev, and Ajit Kabayal before retiring. There's also a possible third fight with Tyson Fury, a fight Tyson Fury also fancy, a fight David Chisora has been calling for a long time. But after seeing Derek Chisora's performance against Joseph Parker, myself personally, I don't want to see the third fight with Tyson Fury. I think Derek Chisora is not going to find it easy. He's going to get humiliated against Tyson Fury. Age is on his side. Tyson Fury is in his prime. Tyson is 30 or 32 now, I think. He's very active. He's in his prime. Chisora is old. So I don't think fighting Fury is a wise idea now. But that fight is also available. There's also a fight with Charles Martin. And there's also a fight with Deontay Wilder. So these are the names: Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz, Robert Helenius, Kubrat Pulev, Deontay Wilder, Ajit Kabayal, Tyson Fury, and Charles Martin. So these are the fights I feel Derek Chisora should consider. Take 3 or 4 out of this fight and run to the sunset. Call it a day. Call it quits. And leave boxing on the high. And one good thing about Derek Chisora is that from the past, you can tell from the stats, anytime Derek Chisora loses in a stretch, in a roll, he bounces back and wins in a roll. That's one thing about Derek Chisora that is very awesome and funny. The last time he lost to Robert Helenius, Vitaly Klitschko, and David Haye. 3 fights in the 3 losses in a row, and he came back and he defeated Hector Avila, Mali Scott, and 2 other fighters, unknown fighters, and he won 5. He won 5 straight. He won 5 straight fights in a row. 5 straight fights in a row. And now again, Derek Chisora has lost 3 in a row again to Alexander Usyk, Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker again. He lost to Joseph Parker twice. So I think he can redeem himself and come back and fight 3 more fights and win, or 4 more fights and win, and retire on the high. But if he doesn't do that and he goes for the young guns, Derek Chisora may put himself in severe problem. Because if he doesn't get those big fights and retire, he's going to be put in there to fight the young guys, the young guns coming. He's going to be the next gatekeeper. He's going to become the next Eric Molina. Eric Molina, as you all know, has been fighting for a long time. He has fought top names. He has fought Deontay Wilder. He has fought Anthony Joshua. He has fought good names in his career. But what happened to Eric Molina? Eric Molina ended up becoming the gatekeeper of heavyweight. He retired recently after losing to Alan Babik. Eric Molina is 39 years old. And what happened to him? He was losing to young guns. He was put as a stepping stone for the young guys. He went on to lose to Dominic Brazil, Filip Hegrovic, Fabio Woodley, which is one of the Dillian White fighter, and also Alan Babik, another Dillian White fighter, before hanging his gloves. So we don't want this to be the next thing to happen to Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora now, if he doesn't get the fights I talked about earlier, the fights that are going to be available for him will be the fight with Frank Sanchez, Tony Yoka, Joe Joyce, Philip Hegrovich, Daniel Dubois, Michael Hunter, Fabio Wadley, Allen Barbik. So these are the fights. These are the young guys coming. These are guys in their 20s to early 30s. Although we know Joe Joyce is 35, Joe Joyce is also, but Joe Joyce has been active. He's young in boxing. He has not taken so much damage. So Joe Joyce is still strong and still capable to go for another 5 years. So the kind like of Joe Joyce may retire at the age of 40 or 40 plus. But Chisora is already past his prime. He has already taken so much beating, so much damage. Imagine being in 44 different pro fights. So to avoid being the next gatekeeper, Chisora needs to take this fight recommended. He needs to take all his rematches. Robert Helenius, Kubrat Pulev, Ajit Kabayel, and maybe Tyson Fury. 4 rematches possible for him, and then call it a day. If not, he's going to become the next gatekeeper and the next stepping stone for the young guys to come, and that will blemish his legacy. That will tarnish his legacy. That will not look good, and that may lead to serious damage, because these young guys are hungry, trying to make their name off big star. And Derek Chisora is one of those guys, fighters. Even though I know a lot of UK fighters are still scared of Chisora, a lot of big guys, a lot of young fighters are not going to take the Chisora fight. But if they do, they will be coming for war as well. So that could be bad for Chisora. So guys, this is what I think. I think Derek Chisora needs to make smart move. I don't think he should retire. I'm not on the side for him to retire, but I think he should take the smart fights, take the 4 possible rematches, and then call it a day. Or he could end up going for the young guys, becoming the next gatekeeper and being the stepping stone for younger fighters. So this is my take about Derek Chisora. What do you think about the whole breakdown? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you want to see Derek Chisora retire at the age of 37, or do you think he can fight at 40? Also, please subscribe to our channel. We are currently at 900 subscribers. Please take us to 1,000 before the end of the year. We really appreciate your support. Thank you guys. Peace. One love.
Come on, Africans!